What's good, people? It's your boy Phoenix the Fireboy, aka P77, aka P Fire, aka P's and Q's, aka P. Do you have enough aliases yet? Answer: still no, aka what's good, people? Camera and all that. Anywho's, wait. You know, don't worry, I'll give you a close up of the beard in a bit, gang. But you know, right now, now's not the time. You know what I mean? I've got work to do. Anyway, what's good, people? Today's episode of whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Like I said in the introduction, you know what's what. W, whatever I want to talk about. A, Africa. N, nice bit of kit that. T, 2 feet bare crepes, which is all about my crepes. And S, sounds from the shelf. So you know what the layout's all about. So today we're going to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. So what am I talking about today? Today's discussion, or I should say today's topic, is really just about following your dreams. Now, it sounds the old cliche, oh yeah, everybody follow their dreams, make sure you know, chase your passions and make your passion pay you. Well, this is kind of what it's about. Let your passions pay you. What is it that you're into? What makes you happy? Like, what do you want to do day to day that you would be happy doing for the next 50 years or 30 years? 50 years is a long time. You might have a change of heart and, you know, want to try something new, but for the next 30 years, what do you want to do? Now, it's easier for some people to answer this question, and it's really hard for others to answer this question. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really know what I wanted to do for a very long time. You know, I knew what my passions were, but I didn't know that those passions could pay me, or those passions could afford me the life that I need to be able to live. So, you know, long story short, I work in IT, or should I say I used to work in IT. We'll get to that. I work in IT, I'm a contractor. My contract finished, you know, looking around, searching for a new contract. And all the while I've been like, oh, I need to really do and focus on what it is that I want to do. You know, stuff that really makes me smile. Stuff that grabs me by the balls and makes me, you know, enjoy the pleasurable pain. Slightly overboard, but you get the picture. You know, something that makes you feel pain, but you want that pain because you know where the pain is where it's gonna lead to. You know, that feeling. And majority of us don't get that from our 9 to 5s. If you're lucky, you do get that from your 9 to 5, and it's not a monetary thing. You know, there's people who do a 9 to 5 where they don't get paid vast amounts of money, but they're really happy because they're doing what they want to do, or they're in a profession that they really enjoy, they really like. The majority of us are really we're taking the check, you know, month to month, paying our bills, and then following the cycle again on that hamster wheel. So I'm out of contract, I'm looking for new roles, I'm sending off my CV, you know, my heart's not really in it. So I'm thinking, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna do what I've always said I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my fucking money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna do this for a year. So here I am. I'm doing this for a year. This is what I've decided. So, you know, I had a well-paid contract. It's finished now. Obviously, I could get a next one and, you know, sort of continue on the rat race. But I thought, give yourself 365. See what you can do. Put down your ideas that you've had, you know, since God knows when. The million ideas that you've been putting off or sort of doing half-heartedly. Now here's the time. Give yourself a year and really try and focus on what it is that you want. And so this is what I'm doing. I decided to come out with this magazine. I mean, I had this idea for a long time. Normally with me, when I have ideas, they've been sitting in my head for numerous amounts of years, you know. It could be a verse, it could be a name of something, it could be an idea. Just normally they sit, you know, tattoo ideas. Normally they sit in my mind for a long time. Let me just readdress that colour. I'm not sure how great the colour is on this, so please bear with me if I'm looking like, you know, holier than thou in all white, but we'll get it right. Where was I? So yeah, so these ideas sit around in my head for a while, and it takes some time for them to come out, even though I'm forever, you know, writing them down, or I'm forever sort of acting on certain things. I've got a backlog. So back to where we were. So I've decided to say fuck it and work on this magazine, this YouTube magazine, as well as other stuff. You know, I'm still going to be doing the IT stuff, but separately, but I will be doing that via YouTube as well. So rather than going out looking for a job, I'm going to use all my expertise that I've gathered over the past, you know, 15-16 years, and then I'm gonna do a YouTube channel based around that. So that's separate from this, but my real passions are music. I mean, if I was to think of the one thing that, you know, that I love, that has been a constant, music. You know, I rap. I've been in sort of little groups from when I was younger. I've done little bands with my friends, and now I'm actually working on my personal project. So yeah, we'll talk more about that in a segment called The 40-Year-Old Rapper. So yeah, we'll talk more about that, but you know, that's my real passion, music, and I've been doing it since I was 16. I'm 21 now, so you know, obviously I must love it if I've been doing it for that long. Really, that is my main passion. That's what I want to do as a job. You know, if you ask me, what would you want to do as a job? The answer is rapping on stage, burning mics, killing the studio, watching the people go and spitting my verses back to me. That's my dream. So okay, fuck it, get on with it. So again, that's part of it. I'm in the studio at the moment with my boy Tommy C. Shout out Tommy C. Love you lots, man. This EP is gonna sound mad. Anyway, by the by. So I'm working on my EP at the moment, so that's almost done. I think we're kind of 4 songs in. Yeah, we've got 7 songs. We're 4 songs more or less done, and then we've got 3 that we need to complete. So I'm working on that at the moment. But at the same time, I thought, I've got all these ideas, I've got all these passions, I've got all these things in my head that I want to get out, and I kind of want to share with you guys. Otherwise, it's just in my head sitting there. So that's what this is. That is what We Are Not the Same is about. WaNtS. It's about just following my passion and letting that stuff up. So again, I'm passionate about Africa. I'm passionate about what's on my mind, hence the whatever I want to talk about. You know, like I said, I'm passionate about Africa. I'm passionate about, you know, nice bits of little kit, whether it's a nice jacket or it's a nice sort of little, you know, tool. I'm passionate about trainers, goes without saying. And like I said, I'm passionate about music, so S for sound. So that was the culmination, is that right? So yeah, WaNtS is the culmination of those 5 things. And again, there's many other things that I'm into. You know, we could talk about Star Wars, we could talk about comics, we could talk about this, we could talk about that. You know, we could talk about, you know, being a parent. There's so much shit that, you know, I'm passionate about, but I can't obviously give you everything in one capsule. So this is the first capsule, I guess, and we'll concentrate on those first 5 things. So that's what I've decided to do. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there who are thinking, oh, I'm in a job and it's not really what I want, it's not my passion, it's not what I want to do, but I need to pay my bills, I need to make sure, sorry, let me get this. I need to pay my bills, I need to make sure that, you know, my kids can eat, or my mortgage or my rent or whatever it is that you have to cover is paid. I totally understand. Again, this is enforced for me. Pardon me. This is enforced because my contract ended, and now I was in a situation where I'm looking for work again. So truthfully, I don't know if I would have been able to say, oh, I'm earning all this money, let me stop and go do my own thing. But as it was an enforced stop, because I'd been thinking about all these things already, it made sense. It was kind of a no-brainer. For people out there, it's going to be a lot harder for you because we're in our comfort zones. And once we're in our comfort zones, it's hard to break out of that comfort zone. So I would say, if you're thinking about, you know, chucking it in, or maybe, you know, sort of going half and half, just think about it logically. Can you afford to do it first? If you can't afford to do it, then don't. And by afford, what I mean is all your bills are paid. I don't mean whether you can afford to go out drinking. That's surplus to requirements. Are all your bills paid? Can you afford to pay your bills for a year? Can you afford to make sure that you eat for a year? And again, even if it's noodles and water, at least you still need to eat, because if you don't eat, there's no show, there's nothing, or there's no passion followed, because you won't have the energy and you need sustenance. So that is all I would initially say. I'd say, can you afford to do it? Not can you make the same money that you're making now doing it. The question is, can you afford to pay your bills for a year, make sure everything's sorted, and live? Again, noodles and water. If you have to, you have to. It will pay off, I'm sure. You know, if the answer is yes, and it's something that's really killing you every day, fuck work, these people at work, this ain't what I want to do with my life, what am I doing with it, all of this, then you need to change that, because you're killing yourself slowly. So don't sit there for another year going, fuck my life. If it takes you a year to get your shit in order, then fine, not a problem. But make sure you remember the reason why you're doing it is because you have a goal, and you're trying to segue into what it is that you really want to do, what your heart really wants you to do. So that is what I would say. Secondly, I would say, if you've made the decision and now you're at the point where, oh shit, I'm here, fuck it, I've got to do it now, make sure you do it. I'm in that place now where I'm like, oh shit, fuck it, I have to do it. There's no sort of days off and, you know, take it up, because every day I take off, I know the equivalent of that in money from what I was earning. And I'm not even going to be earning anywhere near that. In fact, I'm earning a big fat 0. You know, until my subscribers go up, until you guys hit likes, until, you know, I can start finding other streams of revenue, whether it be via ads, whether it be, you know, via associate links or whatever. Right now I'm earning 0. So I can't really afford to say, yeah, I'll just take a day off here, I'll take a day off there. A day off and a day off, I know, like I said, what the monetary equivalent is from being a contractor. I know what that is, so I can't just sit here and fuck away all that money, pardon my French, but it is what it is. If you've made the decision to do it, second point is, you got to do it. You got to go hard. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself the why. Why am I doing this? What is my reason? Once you've answered your question, you should already know what that is, because, you know, we all know why we're doing it. A, because we want to be fulfilled. B, you know, we to be honest, is there a B? A is the main thing. I want to be fulfilled. And then everything comes from that. So that's your why. Why am I doing it? I want to be fulfilled here. And if that's the case, you need to go harder than a motherfucker. Ham. Go ham. You have to go ham. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking to just you lot. I'm talking to myself. So when I watch this back as well, I'm going to be saying to myself, yo, P, you need to go ham. Harder than a motherfucker. Hard as a motherfucker. Hard. You know, mans need to do it. And I can guarantee that whatever the outcome is, if you go ham and you go hard and you put your time, you put your effort, you put your passion, you put your blood, you put your sweat, you put your tears, ow, I'm hurting myself. You do that, the results are gonna show. Now, it may not be that now you're earning what you were earning before, but I can guarantee you the results are gonna show, and you're gonna be able to segue and find a way into monetizing and reaching what you were on before and surpassing it, because consistency is key. You know, I watch a lot of YouTubers, like anything, I do my homework, I watch a lot of YouTubers, and they say consistency is key. You can't just go and, you know, do drop a video a week, one video a week, you know, one video every month. It's not going to work. So, you know, when I'm looking at myself and talking to myself, I'm like, this is what you need to do, these are the steps you need to do. And likewise for you, if your thing is that, you know, you want to go out and be an artist, for example, you know, if you haven't been painting every day, you need to paint every day. Get the rust out. Make sure that you're no longer rusty. You know, the same goes for me writing. I have to write, and, you know, I let the shit go out before, you know, the genius comes back. If that's the case, write, paint, you know, build, whatever it is the fuck that you're doing. You know, if you want to be, go and teach people, know what it is that you're teaching them and know it inside out. You know, with my IT stuff, I know it, 15 years, like I said, experience, but I'm still going to study and make sure that what I'm telling people is correct. You know, so there's still work to be done. You have to continue to improve on the thing it is that you want to do. So here, this is my second video. Welcome video, first video. This, my second video. But it's not the second video I've shot. You know, I've shot a number of videos. And by the time this actually reaches you, I would have probably shot a month's worth of content. So that I can now just put it out as I need to. Meanwhile, I'll be creating new content. So again, consistency is key, belief is key, focus is key. Let's talk about focus. Focus is something that we all need to have, you know. And by focus I mean you need a laser light focus. Like, I sometimes struggle with focus, you know. I might start something and then I go off and do something else, or you know, I might sort of start it but not really start and then forget about, you know. That's not a focused approach to things. And if you want to achieve the best things, you have to put your all into it. You have to put your energies in, your real energy, not part-time energy, because if you put your part-time energy in, guess what, you'll get part-time results. It's a fact. So I know this because, again, like I said, I'm probably like the majority of you out there. You know, we've all been sitting around thinking, I need to do this, I need to do this. And, you know, some of us are now taking the plunge. There are others, they've taken the plunge and right now they're living their best lives. There's others who are thinking of taking the plunge. So I am just like you guys, you know. It's just that I've now put my foot in the sand. Just the one foot, because who needs to put both feet in the sand. I've now put my feet in the sand and I've decided that, yeah, I'm ready. Let the crabs crawl over my toes, pause, let the blim in, water wash over them. It is what it is, you know. And yeah, this is where we're at now. So I just want to say to you guys, look, if you're thinking about doing this and making the change, then do it. If you're not thinking about it, maybe you should, because life is short but life is long. And by that I mean life is short, so we don't have much time to, you know, sort of really waste time on stuff we don't love. But also life is long, so if we spend a long life doing shit we don't love, what kind of life is that? Damn, I think I just had a moment. Enlightenment. Yes, back in the room. So what kind of life is that, really? So life is short but life is long. And I'd hate for any of you who are watching this to, you know, live a long life doing shit you fucking hate. That you know, no one wants that. So now is the time to sort of start thinking about making a change. If you've already made the change, well done you guys. And yeah, if you have, I'd love to hear from you and, you know, what your experiences were. You know, if you're thinking of making a change and you have any queries, feel free to hit me up. You know, I'll be happy to have a conversation with you. Like I said, I'm at the beginning stages and I'm already excited. Like, I get up and I'm excited of what I need to do today. You know, what am I planning today? What's my things for today? So that alone makes you just feel like a god. That alone, knowing that, pardon me, knowing that when you wake up, you're going to do what you want to do, what you want to concentrate on. And again, it's not about the money. You're thinking about what's my passion right now, you know, and that's the beautiful thing. So again, my advice to you is make sure that you can afford it. Make sure that, you know, your bills are settled, your kids have got Pampers, you know, you can feed your family, whatever it is. Make sure all that shit's sorted. Forget the crepes, forget the stony jackets, forget the, you know, fat bags of weed, you know, all of these things that you spending your money on. Forget those things. And I'm talking to myself as well. This isn't just about you. You know, we might fall by the wayside sometimes, but if we keep our mindset that this is what we want, then we'll make the decisions that will allow us to achieve those things. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this. Thanks for listening. And yeah, I would really, really love to hear from you, no matter what stage you're in. If you're in category A, category B, category C. Category A, in an environment or a space where you just don't fucking like it and you want to make the jump. Category B, like me, you've decided to make the jump. You're in it. You just maybe wondering, you know, kind of what things you do. Category C, you're there. You're doing what the fuck you want. You're living your best life. You might be struggling, but you know that the struggle is real, and at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you're gonna find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So whatever category you're in, please hit me up, let me know, and yeah, let's have a discussion. So, like I said, it's your boy WaNtS the Fire Boy. Please like, comment, subscribe. This has been WaNtS, We Are Not the Same, and this is your first episode of whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Peace.